XLM pushed right past that 10-cent mark, but the big question on everyone's minds is, can it hold it and rally even further? Gary Gensler's destroying jobs in the U.S. Do we have to start looking at Gensler as a financial liability to the U.S. instead of helping the United States? Stellar news. Ramps and locations, that's what it's all about. Hey, got my dry erase marker right here. Whiteboard still waiting for something juicy. I've seen some really, really good ones that have had me itching to put it up on there, but nothing as of yet. Let's get into the news. We're going to start it off with the heat map and focus on XLM for today's video because it's juicy good news, everyone, and you love the juicy goodness. See, it's not always negative. I bring the news whether it's positive or negative. XLM up 10% last 24 hours. Sitting at 10.4 right now. Broader look across the markets. He's ETH 1808, Bitcoin 28,369. The markets are going to be waiting for Gary Gensler testifying in front of Congress. More deets to come. New report shows 1 million tech jobs at stake in the U.S. due to regulatory uncertainty. The U.S. is at risk of losing out on 1 million developer jobs over the next 7 years as Web3 development moves overseas, according to a new report by Electric Capital. The U.S.'s share of global Web3 development has already dropped from 40% to 29% in the last 6 years, fueled by uncertainty and a regulation by enforcement approach. We're talking about Gary Gensler and the SEC. Here's that report for you. As always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. So, Gary Gensler is supposed to be helping protecting U.S. investors, but is he an overall economic liability? Now, later today at 2:30, we're going to be talking about that man right there, Gary G. Yes, he does need money to kill crypto. That's what the hearing is today. He's going to be asking for money for fiscal year 2024 for the SEC so he could destroy crypto. But he's got to answer for his action first, and that's why we're all going to be watching. But think about that. The jobs leaving, that's not just jobs and people earning wages. That's tax income. That's families being supported, local communities with some big dollar, big paying jobs. That's a big push. 1 million jobs being pushed out by a single person's agenda and overreach. Catch us later for that live stream. Chat's going to be lit. SEC Chief Gary Gensler to face Congress grilling over crypto policy and money. We talked about it. Now we got this. Thrilling days for Stellar. COINME. USDC now reaches many more. Tens of thousands locations in the U.S. with easier cash in out than ever. It is all about ramps. Governments out there have been trying to keep you out of crypto. Banks have been trying to keep you out of crypto as well. But if we could start using MoneyGram locations, COINME ATMs to on and off ramp, we will find a way around government overreach. Here's that press release from Stellar, by the way. COINME integrates USDC on Stellar, enabling borderless digital cash and peer-to-peer payments. The collaboration with Stellar Development Foundation further strengthens financial inclusion by increasing access and enhancing the user experience of USDC. Once you get the USDC on the Stellar chain, you can play with all sorts of fun, funky products. You guys know what I'm talking about. Now, how big is COINME? We're going to hang out in Bridgeport. Why are we going to Bridgeport? Because baseball season starts tomorrow. Opening day. By the way, I'm going to 2 games out of the first 5 this year in Atlanta. I live close to Atlanta. So I'm going to be checking out the Braves, but I'm going to be rooting for my Sox here. Comment down below who you are going to be rooting for. So we're going to be hanging out in Bridgeport. We want to go to the Sox game. We want to use some crypto, get some cash for it off ramp because I want to buy some beers at the game. How many ATMs do I got? Well, look at this. Here's Fuller Park right here. Here's Morgan. Don't want to go by Morgan. There's Ashland. All right. We zoom in just a little bit, and what you're going to see is this right here. 2 of them just in this location, 4 of them here, another 2 right here, another 1 right here in the park, another 2 up here, another 3 right here. And you guys, this isn't that big of an area because watch what happens. I'm going to zoom out and look how many more you see. And that was just me on Chicago's south side. Now I zoom out even more. 30, 90, 81, 34. Look at them. There's tons of them. Tons and tons of them. Look, I can even rotate this to make you guys all feel sick. Check out all of these ATMs now that you have access. And each one of these dots isn't just one. This dot has 90 of them in this location. This one's got 12. So many places here where you can use USDC, COINME ATM action. All right, let's talk price. What you guys want. 10.4 right now. Here's the thing, all right? Look right here. You can see where one Stellar broke through 10, it popped a fair amount, right? Like, you kind of see these small incremental gains, and once it hits that 10 resistance point, boom, just moves, okay? Here's the thing. 2 times now in the near term, we're watching this move very closely. I'll show you why here in a second. But 2 times in the near, we've gotten up to that 10.7, really darn close. Both times popped on down, okay? So we've seen near-term Stellar 10.7, all right? But the move is strong. Now look at this right here. We've seen 3, and now mind you, these are really short-term, okay? These are only set at 5-minute intervals. 10.4 now is where it's holding. Will the thing with Gary Gensler later today, the hearing, affect price? That's what a lot of us are wondering right now. Will this rally be able to continue? Now, the reason we're focusing very, very heavily, though, on 10 cents, and the reason why there's a lot of energy around 10 cents has to do with this. Now, this is where this channel starts going a little bit different, a little bit deeper than the other ones out there. It gives you information to better understand things. This is November 2020, and you're like, Klaus, why the hell are you doing stuff in November 2020? Well, I want to show you something. This is XLM price action. And you could see around that time it was trading very sideways between 8, 8.5, 7.5. Doesn't that sound very familiar with what we were dealing with? Now watch what happens when I move the cursor over and go to the next couple days once you get from Stellar at 8 to 10. And now look what happened. See, once it broke through that 10, it rallied on up to 20 cents and past. That's why people are watching this, because once you break through that resistance, this is big. There's a lot of resistance. There's a lot of mental points, right, with that price at 10 cents. A lot of U.S. buying pressure. We've seen that, right? You want Stellar to move bigger. You want to get more, buying action overseas, not just U.S. support. So right now, this is teetering very heavily on a very round number, 10 cents, especially double digit. That's all mental. This all plays into it. That's why we're watching this move right here to see if when we zoom out, will this move just continue on moving up, hopefully, or will Gensler's action today stifle it? The last time XLM was going that sideways action with single digits and managed to pop through that 10 and hold, it doubled in price over a couple days. That's what we're all hoping for right now. But all eyes are going to be on this man right here, Gary Gensler, who's going to be begging for money to kill crypto. So as you sip your morning coffees and as I sip my branched chain amino acids mixed with L-carn pre-burn, because I got a hell of a workout that I got to do today, it gets me wondering, is Gary Gensler doing more harm than good to the United States? My honest belief is yes, I do. I think that million jobs, I think that's very underestimated. I think what we also can't even calculate is what are we losing in terms of like the businesses. Think of Coinbase, right? We haven't even talked yet. How much has business suffered at Coinbase? Kraken, anything that's operating inside the United States. How much revenue have they lost, which then turns into jobs, which then turns into taxes, see what I mean? I think Gary Gensler is responsible for a lot more than what people are going to, lead on to believe. His economic destruction in the United States has just been unrivaled by any other regulator out there. So we'll see what happens today at the hearing. I'm going to hold my judgment until it happens, right? I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. New session of Congress, by the way, Republican-led committee on this one. So yeah, that's the action. XLM, double digits. That's why 10 cent is so big, because the last time it 200%ed on us. Whiteboard over there across the shoulder, still empty, waiting for it, marker in hand. Ben's picture, which I'm very thankful and grateful for, pretty cool. Now, until more news breaks, I'm going to be watching them chart super closely. You guys can check out this video right here or this video right there. Catch us at 2:30 today. Gensler's on the mic. So will I. We're going to let him have it. You cool cats have a great rest of your day.